This is more or less my second video on bullying, and I just wanted to share and just to encourage, and I hope that it is. And I know this time of the year is a very stressful time for many young people out there, students, because it's examination time. It can be quite stressful, can't it? And you can sort of feel like, oh, if I don't do as well as I'm supposed to, it could be the end of this, that, what have you, which isn't the case. Because I think the main thing is that you try your best. You study. Don't overstudy though, because you can like overstudy and just get extra tired and not do your best. To make sure that it's balanced and you're getting rest and making sure you're eating well and getting enough sleep and so on and so forth, and just being organised. Knowing that obviously you have to get to school on time or college on time, and you're not rushing there, so you're relaxed, and so on and so forth. Yeah, so it can be quite a difficult time, can't it? But you have to look at it in such a way that you've worked so hard, hopefully right throughout the year, and you know your stuff, and you're basically revising, and and it's the end of the basically summer term soon, and you'll have like 6 weeks off, or maybe a bit more if you're going on to university. So you have to sort of like take the positives, don't you? And it's like, yeah, it's all right saying that, if you're not going through it. Because I remember when I had my exams, and there were three particular subjects that were my favourite subjects. One was biology, the other one was history, and the third one was accountancy or accountants. And history is still my favourite subject to this day. And because I'm an author, that really can enhance what I'm doing. And I always said when I've got more time, I will sort of like choose a subject and do a lot of research in it. And the time's coming, the time is coming where I have actually been thinking about a certain subject where I'd like to get, do more research on, where I can maybe involve it in my literacy when I'm writing. So what I did was I studied well, right? And to the point I knew certain things from word to word, especially with biology. I enjoyed accountancy because it's like everything has to be in order. Do you know what I mean? And I enjoyed that. And then, but when it came to the exams, I remember sitting there thinking, there's no point me doing these exams anyway, because I said that by the time I reach 19, if life doesn't improve, I can't see myself being here. It was that type of negative thought. But I'm here. Years later, I am here. And it's just to encourage you to try and get rid of all these negative thoughts, and just try and just do your best, because and then if for instance you didn't do as well as you thought, you retake them. It's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. So basically, it's to encourage you, because like I've shared before, how I experienced indirect bullying, and that's why I'm doing these videos, to encourage those that are going through it, for you to see that that's not your life though. Because I know that when I was going through it, I felt like I couldn't see beyond it, and it made me question who I am, and it just made me feel a little bit different, and obviously it affects your self-esteem and confidence and so on and so forth. And so I thought, this isn't my life. So if it doesn't improve, I mean, what am I doing here taking exams? It was that type of way of thinking. But I'm here years later. I'm here years later. And I like to think I am. Well, I am, and I'm not being big-headed about it, but I am a confident, and I like to think I'm a successful woman. So it's to encourage that this is not your life. If you're going through certain things like that, that's not your life. And if you are going through, I'm always going to say it, that remember to find an adult that you can trust, a responsible adult that you can trust, to talk to, a teacher, what have you, to help you deal with what you're going through. Don't bottle it up, because it just make the situation worse. And for the situation to be solved, and even if the situation is solved, it was like with me, Mine was like indirect bullying, whereby, you know, people were doing stuff behind my back and stuff like that, and this, that, what have you, right? And at the time, you know, I wouldn't have thought it was bullying. I just thought, do you know what I mean? They're just mean. But I mean, looking back and the effect it had on me and on my life, I call it indirect bullying. It wasn't nice. But there came a point, because I did reach the age of 19, and I did feel as though nothing much had improved. I couldn't wait to get out of education. And when I look back, it was like, it feels as though something negative didn't want me to be in education. Something negative, there's something negative didn't want me to enjoy learning. You know, because there's things that I'm doing and there's things that I have achieved, but I've had to go all the way around the houses and what have you to get there. Do you know what I mean? And so it is important, if you can, you know, I'm not even going to say if you can. It is important to stay focused and just try and do your best, and try and do well. And then yeah, so basically the good news is I'm here years later, you know, and I feel that's a bonus, isn't it? It's a bonus. And and also one of the bonuses is that I'm sitting here sharing the good news that I, you know, overcame this negativity. You know, and things did get better. I had to make a decision, though, not to sit on the wall. I had to make a decision not to sit on the wall and to start taking part in life. I had to basically think about who I was and look at the positive sides of who I was. I needed to figure out, what is it that I enjoyed doing? What was it I wanted to achieve? Who are the people that I liked being around? Who are the people that I like being around, developed more as I matured more, you know, because I know it's important that you have good people around that you can learn from, instead of having like people that are you know, not helping you and a bit negative, and so on and so forth. It's not going to help. So yeah, I had to make that decision to stop sitting on the fence and to start taking part in life, and just to start looking at myself in more of a positive way. It's not easy to do that, but that was the decision. You know, it's either one way or the other, you know, and I knew that I had to basically now start striving forward. Let me see now. Yeah, and I had to basically, figure out what could I do to improve my character, and so on and so forth. I'm just looking to see what I've noted down, so I don't. So anyway, the moral of the story is that, and I've said it before, there is light at the end of the tunnel. And there is victory around the corner. And victory doesn't have to mean, oh, I'm so successful, everybody knows what I'm doing this and that. Success is different to different people. Success could mean that you're just happy and content in what you're doing. You enjoy your job. A lot of people don't enjoy what they do. So if you figure out what is it that you like doing, what is it that you want to achieve, and you find a career that you really enjoy, that is a huge bonus, because a lot of people don't enjoy what they're doing. They're just waiting for the time to finish work and go home. It's like, what, done? Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So it's just to encourage you, and you know, hopefully this video has helped you anyway, and I look forward to sharing more with you. But all I can say is, if you are taking your exams, do your best. Just try your best. Don't overwork yourself. So you're revising, but not getting enough rest, sleep. Make sure that you're eating well and staying hydrated, and look after yourself.